And we're live with our coverage of the State League semi-finals. Let's see who can progress in the Winners' Cup. And there's already an early start, courtesy of South Melbourne, I believe. Well, it might be for the Northern RSL Lions. A couple of difficulties in the broadcast room prior to this one getting underway, but making a quick start. The Northern RSL Lions, who crash out the gate early. Adam Palombi still on commentary this evening following the Clubs Cup final. Won by the Moreland Blues after quite the valiant display from Western United. They had certainly pushed. Side well and truly in the mix to be the best club within the state. Just not enough on that final that just played recently. So we'd like to get some confirmation on the lineups for this semi-final encounter. Just waiting for Weefroth to do its thing, as both goalkeepers early on being kept honest. And the diving save was called upon there. The corner, all the way back to the halfway line. The shot was the viable option. A lot of blocks are being made early on as well. So South Melbourne, rather undermanned bench they showcased tonight. Keeper being called upon. Perhaps, well, could have looked like a back pass, wasn't. So Araha just in that defensive area. You can see some body use on display from the Lions. They look to venture down the left side of the court. Korsch just backtracking. There's Leon with his ponytail trying to dance around his marker. We'll have a free kick. So a chance for South Melbourne to perhaps find what could be an equaliser. Emin Leon ready to strike. He has the ball rolled. He rolls himself. And Kimura's effort just never had lift off. Adam Palombi joined alongside Josh Fusco. Commentary position.
Thanks, Adam. Nice to be here for this game. It's the State League Cup winners semi-final. We just saw the first game go to Thornbury in a pretty unconvincing 7-9 win, where defense was hard to come by. But this time, it looks to hopefully be a little different. Northern RSL leading the game by a singular goal. Might make that 2. Good push on from South Melbourne. Yeah, it'll be an interesting game.
Good to have Josh's thoughts throughout it, as South Melbourne have options in attack. A selfish one in which Leon opted to go for, but he draws a foul. So rather the different commentary position this evening from the bunker. We have Josh at an arm's length to have his special comments. Perhaps trying the short option. They stumble upon themselves momentarily, and an exit. Now venture forward all on his own. He's done well to draw the foul. Araha just opted to get away. Might have been Leon actually, rather. The Lions have a free kick. Big save required. Hassan Husseini. Araha does well to defend the corner. Gets the ball back. Just gets it away from his grasp. A couple of step overs. End-to-end futsal at the moment. Either team able to really hold it. It's been pushed back, and the shot from downtown has found its way in. That's one way to equalise. Boot to ball. Struck it as well and truly as you can from that distance. This low journey makes its way into the net. One apiece in the semi-final. Right, the finish from Ahmed Baitani. Josh, what were your thoughts on that goal?
Well, look, Adam, it was a bit of a prayer from distance, but in the end, the keeper was beaten, caught off guard, couldn't quite keep his eye on the ball as it whooshed past. An unbelievable.
Not much professionalism on display from our media producer, who just got carried away in that moment. And South Melbourne have certainly gotten carried away into this one. They've taken the lead. Perhaps a bit of a goalkeeper calamity. And they're not going to mind that mistake made. At all ends, it's hit the bar. A lot of attacking firepower on display early on as the ball rolls the option. It's cut out in the defensive half by Yusuf. As the change of commentary scenery, the one we're going to opt to do. So we'll hang tight for 1 sec. Back up the bunker we come, out of the bunker onto the commentary position. And quite the angle which the goal from Araha was crafted. Just pressing firmly to win the ball there, but the angle rather obscure. He still made it work. A lot of emphasis perhaps on the attacking displays of both sides early on. Zaraha just past one, takes his time. Save required by Andre Shamoun, which he provides. As Shamoun watching attentively on, be happy. The Lions can find some respite following that foul. Gosh, this game early on has certainly had its talking points.
Yeah, look, it's been a game. That's how you describe it. It's been a game. It's been a very good game between very good sides. It's 3-1 at the moment, and I can expect only more goals in this game. I'll tell you that. Only more goals.
Josh wants more goals. An emphasis on the firepower. As a fizzed-in ball. And the keeper had certainly some things to worry about, as the chance was unconventional but nearly carved out by Kimura. He went boot to ball. It sits up for a striking chance. Spinning out of his defensive half was Baitani. Araha. Keeper hasn't cleared. Araha sliding for a chance.
Jeez.
Sitsaris awards the other way.
That's a challenge, all right. You know, comes sliding in. Gets the yellow. That's it.
Oh, he's rather tall. Sivan Araha, the number 7 for South Melbourne. Takes a fair bit to get him through the asphalt. He's done well to dance to carve out the chance for George Bashu, who just couldn't find the ground to get there in time. Pass in the defensive half, just not finding something further forward.
South Melbourne looking to move the ball forward, and they did, except they couldn't keep it in, and straight out of bounds on the full. That's unfortunate. RSL will take the throw. Good touch there from the flanker. Tries to get inside, works it. A bit of magic from RSL maybe. You could describe it as magic, but I think a better way of describing it was a beautiful goal from Northern RSL. It's 3-2. Wonderful stuff.
That was a brilliantly crafted goal. They managed to shift gears in the engine room, open up South Melbourne, and make them pay. Quite the goal by the Lions. And well, there's certainly, as we mentioned, an attacking flair about this contest. Both sides early on just showcasing that they're here to play and progress.
Oh, maybe.
The dancing shoes were put on. The finish wasn't applied. But at the final touch by Ahmed Beithani. He'd gone around a couple, just not round the keeper.
So Adam, I have a question for you.
Shoot away, Josh.
How's the weather in Melbourne?
Well, given we're inside, the weather's not going to impact myself, yourself, or any of the players out on the court. Though it is a bit cold in here. Not cold as O'Hara. He was certainly hot there, Josh. He has that elusiveness about his game. As much as it has been rather cold recently, we have got a weather report from Mr. Fusco.
That's correct. Look, at the moment we're 14 degrees, and it's going to be a slow dip towards about 11 at midnight. And they've called a timeout, but we'll stay on. We'll stay on and talk about futsal. It's been a great night. We watched Clubs Cup action, Western United taking on Moreland. Can you give me your thoughts, a detailed report on that game?
Oh, it was a fantastic contest. I want to focus in on Lucas Cassin of Western United.
Oh, yeah.
He's a player in particular that I'm very fond of, the way he goes about his business on a futsal court.
The way he plays futsal?
The way he plays futsal, yes. He's, if you look back towards the semi-final of the Clubs Cup against St. George Bulls, he was certainly rampant on that occasion. Had 2 goals on that night. He had done well in the final. He really tried to polarise off of his own back a rather injured Western United side. The Blues always too strong. And although many, I think you might have been involved in that prediction, Josh, of Moreland's having rather simple.
You thought? Do you remember my prediction?
Something along those lines.
Well, we won't talk about my prediction because it was wrong. It was a wrong prediction. That's about it. You know, we tried. Moreland didn't convince us we thought they would, but they got the job done. And that's why they are one of the top 2 clubs in this, I'd say, country, but definitely the state.
Have the makings to definitely be there across the state or entire country, as it's going to bobble and make its way back with the Lions, who are slowly being let off the chains. Najm earns the corner. Najm's cross. And Kamora just couldn't find the kind touch.
I think this is your first time being involved in a commentary game between state league sides, right?
This is all very foreign to me. I've not yet called a state competition, but so far I'm enjoying the contest of the nature. I'm enjoying the crafty attacking play on display.
How do you think it compares to series futsal?
That's a question in which we'll take some time to craft an answer for. Obviously, there's a lot more quality within the series competition, the highest competition across the country.
Yeah. I think the interesting part is that there are a lot of good players who play in these leagues. There are a few very key players that are technically great and can move and whatnot, but there's like an X factor that makes you able to play series. It's not just being a good player; it's about understanding the game.
There's still like glimpses of those standout players within.
Yeah, that's him. But I mean, so you would look at it. You have the glimpses in these leagues, and then you have the consistency in the top league. So there are those moments in a league like this, or well, this isn't technically a league; it's a cup, but having those league teams, yeah. So Ciaris calling it back for a free kick.
He's been lively tonight. He had a lot to do in the Clubs Cup final. You were on commentary for the first semi-final of the competition we're calling now. Was it much of the latter for Ciaris? Was he in charge on that occasion?
I think there was too many goals being scored for him to have too much of an impact. There were really 9 goals.
And Araha with one of his own. Who needs 9 when you have one as finely dispatched as that? You might want to give him 9 out of 10 for the number 7. Brilliant goal into the top right corner. Goals might have been flowing in that contest, Josh, but they're certainly still flowing now. 4-2 the score in favour of South Melbourne. That was brilliant from Araha.
Oh, he's a quality player. Finds his space. Has a rocket shot. Absolutely. Once come off now. Didn't go through the gate, but wonderful. Probably did go through the gate.
They're still looking to keep those gate doors open at their attacking end, as just saw Kimura try and get away. And his respective number thought he'd have a dig, that of Matthew Youssef. To be palmed away by Shamun in goal. So South applying some pressure. Haseen thought he'd have a crack. So a long scooping header. There's the idea. It's going to come out the keeper's hands.
And ladies and gentlemen, anyone who's watching, leave us a comment. Talk to us. We'll talk back to you. That's probably my favourite part of commentating, interacting with the community.
This is the talkback hour. Live on the WeFroth app or YouTube platform for the...
What a throw.
The wide option was an idea, and the chance will open up. And the save will be forthcoming. There's a bit of a lapse of communication. And South will be awarded what could be a penalty, Josh.
It's a yellow card.
Also,
that's the 5th foul.
5 fouls.
Northern RSL crumbling.
It's a State League Winners' Cup semi-final talkback hour, if you will. Give us your best on the comments section. Love to hear your thoughts.
Championship hour says great commentary as always. That's a real comment. Thanks, guys.
Let me try and mirror the commentary abilities of our man and Commissioner Joe, whom we have dearly missed tonight. We would have loved to have seen him present the medals out to the Clubs Cup winners out of Moreland. Well, certainly the lack of music around the around the Series Futsal Arena has been quite evident. Lacks that vibe, if you will. This contest not really lacking at the moment either.
It's been a good contest. It's 4-2. Northern RSL trailing. I don't think they were favourites coming into this game. Obviously they're missing tailsman Isho Haskell. One of the best players, I think, in the competition, Isho Haskell. He wasn't playing tonight. He's also the president of Northern RSL. And without him, I think it's going to be a tough ride home.
Not too far away. In that previous attempt just over the halfway line. They work it nicely, South Melbourne. George Rashu couldn't make any mistake. They basically walked it in. As I believe that could be half time.
That's absolutely half time.
All happening in quick succession. So we're going to cross through the halftime break and bring the rest of this contest back just in a short little intermission.
I grew up with low self-esteem. It was me and my mama, just us in the trauma. Hands up if you know what I mean. I see you, I feel you. I want you to know that you're not alone. I know what it's like not to have a home. Feel like I live in the end zone. I'm the one leading the drives. The crew riding around in a Benzo. Red I'm in charge of my own fate. Left the excuses behind. Now I'm the illest violinist alive. I took the pain and I thrive. But look at me now.
A good futsal player has to be intelligent. It's the most important quality in a futsal player because a futsal player is very fast, and you have to think really fast. You don't have time, you don't have a space. They have to enjoy the game. This finally, futsal or football or basketball or tennis, it's only a game, so they have to enjoy. If they don't enjoy the game, they don't improve. No? They know that we know as coaches that every day is good for improving your level, so you have to work hard every day. It's detailed, it's important for improve your career. The group is the key of success. If you don't have a union group, you can win some matches, you can win some tournaments, but finally you don't win the.
And so we're back. The second half of the State League Winners' Cup semi-final.
That's correct. This is it's a competition that has brought us some very good games in it. Oh my goodness! Well, it's a comeback from RSL.
Oh, I think you're just about to say it's brought us some great games in the past. This one certainly having the billing for that. 8 goals scored with only, 20 odd minutes of futsal. And the RSL could be in yet again.
Oh, there it is, surely.
That was so close, yet so far from what could have been another goal towards getting back on level Peggy terms.
I'll tell you what, RSL doing wonders. I just wonder how they would have been with their star man, Isha Haskell, coming into it.
Where he is this evening, Josh? Why is he not here?
I believe he's left the club. I do believe he's left the club.
Isn't he the president of the club?
I believe he's the president, was the president.
I understand.
Quite unfortunate.
So without their president and talisman player, they're still putting up quite the fight. Yeah. South Melbourne have been crafty when in possession, and they've got the foul going their way on that occasion. Saris quick to sound his whistle. So a free kick.
Championship hour commenting to us, we want Isho.
I would also want Isho. But I wonder where his whereabouts is this evening. Isho and I have certainly had the conversations in the past. That, of course, it was in my futsal playing days, Josh, when Isho was well and truly involved.
Really?
As a, would you say staff member?
He was a staff member at times.
Or even commissioner, if you will.
I don't think Isho was the commissioner.
Commissioner of the social leagues, maybe. And I remember I'd lost my head completely given my side were losing in the Division 1 Social League final. I'd been sent off, which I thought was rather unfair. And Isho was unfortunately on the receiving end of that tangent, which I spilled. So I do apologise to Isho. Got a lot of time, admiration and respect for him. It was just rather lost my head on that occasion. That can happen in futsal. It was in the Clubs Cup final where you'd seen Ernie Simsek get sent off for much of the same, where a veteran in his own right let the situation just get to him. It's part of the nature of the indoor variation of football. It can all come to a ball very quickly, especially when there's gold on the line.
Indubitably. Indubitably, absolutely. And we'll come to this game too. You know, there's one foul apiece, but I'm sure as we get to the latter stages, it'll heat up. It's just something that is kind of traditional with state league sides. It's more physical, and there definitely is, I think, a lot of passion that these sides present when they play.
South, whole possession. They might have a goal-scoring chance. Big save made, had to be. Keeper's done well. Raha wanted the corner short. Works it all the way back. Shot's going to come from downtown. It's blocked.
Oh, wonderful.
And now they want to press forward. They continue going with game on. Northern RSL Lions here to play. They're in striking distance of an equaliser, and it's their captain who stands up, takes on the responsibility, and draws one back yet again for them.
What a turn of events. It was a 3-goal deficit at one point. Now they're just one behind, and this is, you know, Adam Palombi giving me a look there that I can't describe.
Behind implies we're commentating Aussie rules.
Really? So there's a rule for this. Hold on. Let's talk about this.
Think
Hold
about
on.
it. You're saying one behind.
One behind.
That's a term you usually hear.
Yep. So how would you say it?
Trailing by a goal.
Trailing by a goal. Isn't that the same as one behind?
But behind's more, when you think about it, it's featured a lot more in Aussie rules.
Yep.
Hence why.
So you've never heard a commentator say they're behind by a goal?
You can, but it's more the way you said it, Josh.
Ah, okay.
Not to be that guy. It's more the way it's one behind sort of thing.
For everyone watching, Adam Palombi roasting me on the court.
We're learning on the job.
We're learning on the job.
I learn on the job all the time as well.
Love that. Okay, I'll keep it up. I'll keep it up.
The goalkeeper. Oh, wow. Racine thought, you know what, I'm going to try my luck from distance. And hit it rather obscenely. And they want to venture on the counter-attack. Araha steps in, gets it back, takes a ball roll, confronted by two RSL shirts. And they'll come away with the ball. So, Josh, your thoughts? You're seeing quite the game unfold. Goals from obscure angles. Keepers trying to luck from distance.
Yes.
All going on.
It's all going on.
Can it potentially go to extra time?
Look.
Oh,
yes!
It has!
Whoa. Is that a goal?
They have to have gone in. It's hit a hand on the line. It all went off there, didn't it?
And I think he's pushed the... Oh, it's a red!
And a red card as well.
Oh, it's a red card. That's ridiculous.
South Melbourne, leading by 3 goals, have had a handball on the line, therefore sending off one of their more key players, if we're being honest, and their bench already short, has one less player upon it. We're down to one less player, and a huge opportunity forthcoming for the Northern RSL Lions.
And from that penalty spot too, it's not the 10 metre, that close penalty spot. Oh my goodness. Northern RSL could turn this around with a beautifully, perfectly struck penalty. All they have to do... What is happening? Are they... are the refs getting yelled at? Is someone just jumped? Someone is...
Saras has kicked someone out the stadium.
Someone is yelling from the stadium.
Look at that. Marcus Saras will not continue with the game. And he's saying he wants to call the game off.
Is that what he's saying?
That is what Saras was saying there. If That member hasn't left the crowd.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
Well, this is the tragedy of the State League Cup semi-final. What is happening, this guy?
It's not one of the moments
Leave.
when he looks back on fondly. You can see Satsaris continuing with that. And he's in
Hold
the
on,
middle of the game.
hold on. He's pointing. Hold on. What's happening here?
You can just hear, we apologise for the magic being dropped a fair bit there, but you can hear Gabriel Chamon. No, rather, you can hear the number 11 of
Can you repeat what he said?
the South Melbourne side in George Rouge just tell the person in the crowd that was being ordered to exit by Satsaris to promptly get out of here. And you can see even Hassini just having that message also. They're trying to prevent Satsaris from calling off the contest.
The whole South Melbourne squad surrounding Tiaras.
He was moments away from calling the game.
Guys, well, hold on. Hold on. I've seen someone
He's
go
gone
into
through
the back.
locker room.
Yeah, that's not good,
We might
actually.
send Josh on to that.
Hold on, that's not great. I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Well, we're wondering what might occur here.
I've never seen anything like this.
Well, Josh, you got me to commentate one of these games, and I'm glad that we're both in this together. Well,
Okay, he's left.
we've
He's
seen
left.
him now. He hasn't gone through the back.
I wish we had a person following. Like, you know, have you ever seen like the UFC or like those shows where it's like? Have you ever seen that show where it's trying to figure out if the person's the father, if they're
Springer.
yeah, yes, and they follow them out when they've like found out that they're the father. Exactly like that. If we could follow this guy with the camera.
I want to touch on Nick Parthamos enforcing the rules of Satsaris, but meanwhile,
That's a goal.
penalty dispatched with complete confidence from the captain. Hannah Chamon takes the net off it. 5 apiece in this game, embroiled in controversy.
And I have to say, with young Nick Parthamos telling the individual to leave the stadium. Was that correct?
That would have been Nick Parthamos.
Good young Nick Parthamos on that one. Good player.
Good player, but more of an enforcer. Satsaris has been up against it the entire night, with majority of the cup competitions we're seeing unfold.
Can I tell you one thing? With this game's going to heat up now. Absolutely.
Oh, it
it's going to
certainly
heat
is.
up. Yeah.
Definitely come to that boiling point.
Oh, it's a
Free
goal!
kick has got in. Chamon couldn't keep the gates closed. And despite having one less man, they've made it work. Somehow, this game was moments away from being called off in favour of Northern RSL. They would have been granted a forfeit victory. They drew level, but our South Melbourne lead. All over the shop, Josh.
Look, it's... I can't even begin to identify what has happened this half. It has just switched up in terms of its entertainment factor. It's not even the futsal. The futsal hasn't gotten any better. I mean, everyone's just getting passionate.
That was said by Josh Fusco.
You know what? Yes, it was. The futsal's. I wasn't commenting on the quality of futsal. I'm just saying it's gotten more entertaining, and the quality hasn't improved. It's just about the veracity of the players individually.
I feel as if he's alluding to the fact that this contest is getting rather spicy.
That's a way of putting it.
It's had its moments where both sides have been embroiled and stuck into each other. But Satsaris was getting stuck into a crowd member whom he rightfully had sent packing from the Series Futsal Arena.
And ABCD tells us there's a lot of controversy this cup. Have to agree with you on that one. You can hear Adam Palombi, a little bit of a laugh there. Oh, he's come in with a slide tackle. Brilliant block. It's going to be a side ball to Northern RSL.
Did you know, Josh?
Yes.
Every 60 seconds in Melbourne,
Yep.
a minute passes.
I'm going to stop the stream for that one. That's. Oh boy.
But the time is certainly ticking here. We haven't hit the stop clock region yet, but a fair chunk of it has been accumulated by that dismissal. Can the RSL Lions find something as Araha nipping at the heels? Josh mentions the physical nature this game might have soon.
Whoa.
Nearly had an acrobatic aspect there with Beidhani arriving at the back post.
Oh, wonderful. Not wonderful. Quite close.
Commentator's curse. Junior Shamoun just clap his hands in frustration. Ahmed earns the free kick out of Hassan Ahmed. Now a chance for Beidhani. Scored from a similar distance recently. He rolls, and it might have hit Hannah Shamon in the crown jewels. The captain looks a little bit worse for wear.
I can feel that.
I don't think you'd want to. There's a foul being called. This time it's Ahmed the culprit. And it's Revan Goriel who earns the free kick. He's back in possession. Takes a heavy touch. Araha bounces on.
You know, I will make a futsal comment here for real. You've got South Melbourne with one player on the bench, okay? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players on the bench.
But
just run these guys out. Run. If you just pace yourself the entire game, chase, do you know what I mean? Like, put the pressure on. Full intensity, you will wear these guys out by the end of it. There's the goal.
Couldn't have said it better than himself, Josh. They're trying to use all their extra lumber and extra fitness, perhaps, of the players on the bench. But they pull one back yet again, and it's 6-all. This contest could go either way. Efforts are plenty. The keepers really haven't had much influence on it. You wonder what Jimmy Soufis is thinking upon the touchline he resides on now.
I think I know what Jimmy Soufis is thinking. I'm not going to elaborate. I have no idea what Jimmy Soufis is thinking. You know what? He takes phenomenal photos. That ball laid out at the half. Corner shot. And good save there from the keeper. Corner. Played through.
Oh, wow. It was ever so nearly the case following the corner. It might have been half a chance.
Side ball. South Melbourne. That one.
Skipping around the maul. Hussein claiming with a catch. Puts Araha under immediate pressure, which he seems to avoid. He tries to make up some ground. The big body, he was ready to let it crash. Shimon gets it moving. Now a chance opening up. Takes a touch on its way in. Sliding's the captain. He takes out his own teammate in the process. Frantic futsal, Josh.
Again, as I was saying before, previously, it's going to heat up. It's going to get physical. Particularly towards the last 3-4 minutes of this game, you're going to see a lot of bodies clashing.
Oh,
what a save
by Shamoun. To really get a grip on it. He's done well there to prevent a goal.
We'll go for the throw.
Rahat is tall, and a counter attack can be launched. The bench rises up, watching on attentively.
That's
towards it, Saras. Hussein throwing long. And Shimon, the captain, he's getting rather fatigued. But Araha is dancing. Throw-in taken to centre court. Shamon wants to be patient. Thinks about trying his luck. That would have hit Joe in the commissioner's office if the net wasn't there. He's going towards that window.
Long throw from the keeper, trying to get the head of Rashu. Foul slowly building up for South Melbourne. That should be 5.
Saris has had a lapse in concentration there.
There it is. There it is.
We're perhaps too quick and harsh on him.
5 fouls. This gives Northern RSL an immense advantage coming into the last 7-11 minutes. It's my favourite restaurant. Free kick to come. Northern RSL to take it from a danger position. Rashu in front. Very close indeed. Forces the step back. RSL to take the kick. Anti-RS's whistle. Signals the 5 fouls. And here come Northern RSL.
Seen organising his wall, consistent of Ahmed as Shamon lets it roll. Haseen wasn't sure the first time, but ensured that there was nothing that was going to creep in following the first save. So 7 minutes left to play. Corner taken quickly.
Rashu to counter. The pace of Rashu.
Oh, and his angles just letting him down. You can see he was trying to take the keeper out of the equation. It was Beitani, just couldn't seem to do so. Shamun running him out of space. Josh, you mentioned 7-11.
We're going to have to hold you on that. It could be a counter, it could be a goal, it could be something. Good save, and I did mention 7-11.
What was your favourite menu item?
Krispy Kreme donuts.
Not exactly a meal as that ball's flung in. It's plucked out the sky. You can just see the afterburners were looking to be applied there by Yusuf.
It depends on what you mean by a meal. What defines a meal?
Well, you mentioned restaurants, and that would imply they serve meals.
But what is a meal?
It can be your interpretation of many things, but something that fills you up to a subsistence level.
So that could be a Krispy Kreme donut.
It'd be more a snack, I think, Josh.
Yeah, but it could be a meal. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a semantic argument of what is a meal. That's a handball. Not called. It is called. A little bit late there.
Unsure on desserts, whether they're meals or not, but there's no doubt about that being a handball.
Hold on. While a 3-course meal and includes dessert, let's have a look at the dictionary definition of what is a meal. As this free kick is taken from South Melbourne. Good strike into the wall.
Ahmed made a meal of it, you could say.
See, I love this. I love the Oxford Dictionary. The food eaten during a meal is what a meal is! What a goal!
Is that Josh? Matthew Yusuf goes bang! From downtown and then some. He ate the entire leather of the ball and completely smashed it beyond Shamun's net. That was a tantalising finish.
Wow.
And that's made what's a scarce crowd completely vocal. The Lions back in the back foot. They have all the makings to find an equaliser. But what a goal from Matthew Yusuf. That was incredible, Josh.
That was brilliant. That was a succulent meal of a goal. A succulent Chinese meal. Have you seen that? I love that. That's Aussie culture right there. Northern RSL to play. Oraha.
Testing something here.
What a turnaround.
They've manifested it democratically, you could say. And it's Oraha with the unselfish 1-2, and he gobbles up the second chance and puts his side 2 to the good. It's 8-6.
And if you're Northern RSL, you're really thinking to yourself, how are we losing this game? Beyond quality, you have 5 players on the bench. How are you losing this game? You need to run. You need to run. For South Melbourne to run. But anyhow. Still plenty of time. 4 minutes to go. Maybe a comeback could occur. Corner. Beautifully done. Works well! Aiming for the corner. Aiming for the net. Hits the wrong net. Just beyond the top of the goal.
Goriel got some purchase on it. He really connected well. He connected supremely well. But South Melbourne have drawn 5 fouls. So they've got to be careful. Cesara says to play on. And they get it back.
There has to be. There has to be. Oh my goodness.
Perhaps commentator's curse. Oh, and this is
it's a semi-fight.
Bubble over. You even notice that Hussein,
oh, it's a real fight. Okay.
You notice Hussein was the one that was impeded, and he's even just telling his counterpart to take it easy. It all could have been avoided. It was Stojanovski just losing his head perhaps, but Husseini was just saying to keep it calm. I knew it was a mistake. You weren't intending to, I wasn't intending to hurt you. I knew it wasn't intentional what you'd done there, Alex.
Tempers flare.
You feel like they need something quickly, the Lions. They're not exactly they don't exactly have time on their side as it tends to tick down. They need 2 goals in quick succession to send it to extra time. They're in the wrong end at the moment. Stojanovski gets it moving on.
As a shot surely manifesting.
Can they get their shot right? You can see South Melbourne closing up shop. Now Raha. Isolated, goes round one, can't get right past Stojanovski.
That's a foul, that's a penalty.
It's the deck.
That's poor. That's a poor challenge in such a tight-knit affair. And it will be the 10-metre penalty kick to bring Northern RSL into this game. My word.
Well, it's going to be quite a climactic ending, but the time clock hasn't stopped. 90 seconds and counting left, and they have to score here, you feel, in which they don't. It's been placed over the bar. Kananya just couldn't keep his composure. That had to simply go in. Minute left. The Lions must start to roar. You can see Baithani just getting some cramp perhaps. Stojanovski back healing to no avail. No look pass. It sits in the corner. 49 seconds left. It feels as if the Lions might be on the journey to remaining rather tame this evening. A love and effort from downtown. Yusuf especially gets some purchase on the ball. So their opponents, South Melbourne, they're on the precipice of versing who in the final, Josh?
Thornbury United.
Oh, Costa.
That's one way of knowing the team. That's one way of knowing the team.
He's their most important player. I want to try and get his last name correct on the stream. They're going to call him the Diamond.
And that's it. A wonderful game
Set
comes to a wonderful close.
South Melbourne punch their tickets to the Winners' Cup final, where they'll take on Thornbury. I feel as if, Josh, that's going to wrap us up for our evening of futsal coverage.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure to be along your side. Thank you so much for watching this stream, and we'll see you Sunday.
A good futsal player has to be intelligent. It's the most important quality in a futsal player, because in futsal play is very fast, and you have to think really fast. You don't have time, you don't have a space. They have to enjoy the game. This finally, futsal or football or basketball or tennis, it's only a game, so they have to enjoy. If they don't enjoy the game, they don't improve. No, they know that we know as coaches that every day is good for improving your level. So you have to work hard every day. It's detail. It's important.